Hey, everybody, it is Derick Gant, the Money Coach, and I am here with you today because this month we are talking about your fitness, about your health. Now, we're always talking about fitness. Usually it's about your financial fitness, but this month we're talking about your health, right? We're going to talk about your physical fitness and your nutrition. How can you do what you need to do in order to be better? So, of course, I wanted to bring you an example, someone that you might be able to relate to a little bit better. So we're going to have Angela come on and give us some of her insights. And then later we'll have Will on and get some of his insights about his amazing transformation. So here we go. I'm going to introduce you to Angela. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Derek. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. I'm doing great today. It's a beautiful day inside. Not so much outside, but you know what? The sunshine and the happiness comes from within, so I'll take it. So we want to know what you have done in order to maintain such an amazing physical disposition through, we're going to assume you're over 40, so through having 3 girls and spouse and work. You know, I consider you a mompreneur, small business owner, a fitness enthusiast. So, how did you start your fitness journey? So, like right when you got started, because most of us have had kids and we just completely fall off the bandwagon after that. So, tell us, like after you had that first one, what was your life like, and when did you start your fitness journey? Then, when did you start your fitness journey?
Well, honestly, I've always worked out. Like even at my heaviest, I've always been into working out. That's how I was raised. My parents both worked out a ton. But it was hard when the girls were little. It was very hard. But if I would have known what I know now about, I always felt like I couldn't put myself first, and I had to worry about the girls and everything they needed and doing everything for them, which is still a huge priority. But I could have gotten up a little bit earlier, done something at home, worked out at home. I would say in the last 2 years, that's what I've done. I just decided I need to make sure I get this in every day. And I went from not being a morning person to being a morning person. Okay. I don't know if I really consider myself a morning person, but I do it. I feel great when I do it. And I feel guilty when I don't do it. So I get it done. It's like brushing my teeth every day. I do it. It's part of my day. It's part of my morning routine. I make sure I do it. And the days that I don't make it happen, it bothers me all day and it's not worth it. So.
Okay. Got you. So an interesting question to me, based on what you've already said, is, so many people don't consider themselves morning people. How was the transition from working out whatever to making sure that you worked out in the morning? How did you said I'm going to do it. How long did it take you to actually get it until you stopped crying about waking up, or do you still cry about waking up?
I still cry about waking up some days, but I think, well, first off, you always hear about find a gym buddy, find this, and I would always be like, whatever, I'll just go on my own. But honestly, it does make a difference when you have a group of people, or even whether it's 1 or 5 that you told you're going to be at the gym that morning. You feel they hold you accountable, and there's something to be said about that.
Excellent.
And then also you get to the point where you're like, she's getting up, why can't I get up? Like, what's wrong with me? She's there doing, it bothers you if you're not there doing it with your friends. Right.
And you don't want to let them down, I'm assuming.
I'm sorry?
And you don't want to let them down.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So what type of exercises do you do, and have they changed over the years?
Yeah, they've definitely changed. My favorite is spin. I love to spin.
Okay.
And then I just recently started doing Pilates, hot Pilates.
Okay.
So I try to mix it up. I've been to a lot of different gyms, and simply not so much that I wanted to switch gyms, but they tend to open and close, and it's just kind of the routine of it all. So it keeps it fresh, going different places, meeting new people. And then also I work out at home a couple days a week.
Okay.
It's been at home, so yeah, just try to mix it up. And
Excellent. So when you think about like working out, do you decide ahead of time? Is it based on what your gym buddy wants to do? Is it based on how much time you have? How do you decide? Like, you're going to wake up tomorrow, you're going to work out. How do you decide if you're working out at home, if you're going to hot Pilates, or if you're going to spin? How do you determine what you're going to do?
I pretty much know, like, Sunday I figure out the whole week, and it can
Okay.
change, but for the most part I stick with it.
Okay.
Working with my friends who I can meet where, what class, and then, some days with work, if I just have, a long day at the office, then I'll just try to get it done here or whatever. So,
Okay.
but I always have a plan. Like, it's always planned out.
Okay. So what was the difference? And you said this yourself a little bit ago, that even at your heaviest, you always worked out. So we're assuming that you're not at your heaviest. So what changed between when you were at your heaviest and where you are now? Like, what did you change since you've always worked out? What did you change?
My diet.
Your diet. So thank you. See, you just went right into my transition for me. So you you changed your diet. So tell us about your old diet and tell us about your new eating habits.
Okay, so for years I would do Weight Watchers with, it
Okay.
would be, I mean, if I had $1 for every time I joined Weight Watchers and quit, like, I would, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But I'd be like, okay, I'm going to join, I'm going to do it this time. And I would join. And, I always had friends that would go with me. And I was always starving whenever I was doing Weight Watchers. So hungry, miserable. Like,
Mhm.
and when I think about it in the back of my mind, I was always like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. It just didn't seem the right way to live my whole life. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to, but I would be like, okay, well, I'm just going to do this till spring break or till, and then I would quit and then gain the weight back and then some and whatever. So, and then I just finally, at spin one day after spin, I remember talking to you, and Billy and I were talking about losing weight, and you were like, why don't you give up sugar? Try giving up sugar. And I was like, I don't eat sugar, so, that's not the problem. And I remember you were
Mhm.
like, well, it'll be easy. Just give it up then. It's not going to be a problem if you don't eat it. And I was like, okay. And I gave it up, like, really, really watched, because I thought I didn't have any sugar, like, really take that much sugar in. And I watched for a good 2 weeks, and I lost 9 pounds. I'll never forget. And
Whoa.
it was all, like, in my stomach. Like, it was like the craziest thing. And I'm like, wait, he may know something, So yeah, so that's kind of like my go-to. I just really watch my sugar.
Okay. So you watch your sugar, and are there other things that you do nutrition wise, or you try to do or try not to do, or you just watch the sugar and you're good?
Watch my sugar and try to more protein, just because it feels
Okay.
longer, and yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, do you have any parting words of advice for women all over the world that are super busy and have lots of responsibilities on how to get where they want to be and stay where they want to be?
I would say just put yourself first and don't be afraid to do it, because there's no reason you should feel guilty about it. You're helping your family. And if you're busy with kids, whatever, you're showing them how to live their lives and how important it is.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
yeah, I mean, that's important. So
Well, good. Well, hey, listen, I thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. Your advice was spot on as far as I can tell. You're a great example and leader in your house, in your community, in your circle. And we appreciate you being a 24K life keeper. So keep doing the good work. And I'm sure that we'll talk to you super soon.
okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, you heard it. You heard it. I bring real life scenarios to you so that you can understand that not Not only are other people doing it, they're doing it successfully. They're doing it the right way. They're getting tips from outside. They're making commitments inside. They're honoring the process. Get a process, honor the process. I'm going to give you the final things that the summary of what she said. She said, find a gym buddy. And then she said, mix up your workout. And then she offered to set a plan. She has a plan of what she's going to do on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, what days off she's going to take. So she has laid out what she's doing and how she's doing it. And finally, she cut some things that weren't healthy out of her nutrition program. And you heard her say that in 2 to 3 weeks, she lost 9 pounds. Amazing. She can do it. You can do it. I can do it. We can do it. I'm Derick Gant. I want you to be your best, bring your best, leave nothing to chance.